so busy that I couldn't do this, but yep. All right, here it is. But that's a real Sturmgeschütz. The armored division is going to the counterattack, and I remember recording this scene. So they had like a 4 moving Sturmgeschütz, and this actually happened in real life. I was here with my mate from the LDDK, Operation Flashpoint players. There's a couple of guys. I know. Here's a Kuokkanen. He was given Suomi submachine gun, but yeah, was recorded in Parola. I was a medic. A general's son, actually, in real life. This actually happened. I'm on the left. Did it get 5 minutes of fame? I think this was some kind of world record. Yep. Funny movie. It doesn't have a main character basically, which is pretty weird. But let's get to the sea. So I can tell how this actually connects to the what we are doing right now. So during the Tali-Ihantala, I think the German command sent some U-boats in the Baltics because there's threat of the amphibious landing. Now they couldn't, Russians couldn't take the Sinimäki at Estonia, so they couldn't threaten the southern seaboard of the Finland with the amphibious landings, but they could still go through to the Vyborg Bay. Let me bring up the screen. Yep, we are here. All right. By the way, I need a drink. Where's my drink? So currently, and I checked the dates, they are about the right. So now we are U-250. We have been sent from the Poland Sopot to help the defense here. Now the Baltic situation is that Russian Navy has been like blocked into Vyborg area. No, sorry, Vyborg, Petersburg area here. And they have been blocked here by the guns in Finland, coastal artillery, and shit ton of mines. And I checked, this is like how the minefields and obstacles both sides were laying. And yep, Estonia stopped the Sinimäki offensive, and the border is currently about like this. This is like a, well, it's not historically correct at least. So it's about like this, and Russian attack is Soviet offensive is going here. Now, there's a threat that they could like cross this Vyborg Bay here. And fact is that Russian Navy has been like a very silent lately for a couple of years here. But they have a two cruiser and battleship in a Petersburg that were supporting the land battle with the gunnery. So we know that they are about 30 kilometers off the Vyborg. So our mission is to go here. By the way, there were U-boats in Kotka, German U-boats, couple, but yeah. So this submarine has sent to the help the defense here. We should arrive at Vyborg Bay, and then we are going to meet some PT boats. And if we survive that encounter, we are going to try to find the battleships here. Also, this is console commands. Yep. Do yourself kind of mission. Okay, so let's get going. And this real U-250 was sunk here, exactly here, where I'm pointing, 10 to 20 meters. Depth was 27 meters where it was sunk. And Russians actually recovered the U-boat, despite the closeness to the Finnish coast. So they got like even homing torpedoes. So we are loaded with the homing torpedoes, just because of that. So we have heard the attack here and are sent with the full speed. Baltics is very shallow place, very poor place for submarines. And if you have watched me playing Sea Power, I did make a mission exactly in this area, exactly like in 1944. So Finnish Navy had tried to attack here, but they have beaten back. So now we are sent here. When the surface ship fail, U-boats get to send, but they can recover.
Jawohl, weiter geht's. Auf Rotlicht wechseln. Normale Beleuchtung einschalten.
U-boats were used when the Russian attack came here. Then they got some use, but that was after the Finland broke the war. Can do like on what 140. to 200 meters. I kind of understand why there isn't like too many missions in a Baltic area, because it wasn't like a major theater for the German Navy, because Finland was like quite well blocking the Russians in the end of the Gulf of Finland. Because only strategic weapon that Finland has is a sea mine, because dump them this small sea, dump them full of mines and nobody can cross it. So it's like it's kind of screw you weapon. Of course, it's pretty hard to take them out. That's not fun. That's not fun at all, but... Bad weather, it's okay. There's actually a submarine threat, so what the Russians couldn't do with the surface ship, they could operate submarines in this area. So there should be like a small chance to actually meet the Russian submarine here. So Finnish submarines actually got like a Russian submarine sinkings more than surface ship, which is like yeah, because that was the mainstay of the battles, because they could actually slip past the minefields here. You can actually see how the minefields are out of the artillery range, or more or less. Of course, the Helsinki guns can shoot to the coast of the Estonia. So, but more or less, Russians would used to, and they did try to. I mean, evacuating Tallinn, they did try to go this way. That was one of the massacres. Unhappy times. And Hanko was a place. That's also like a place where I have been fighting. I have been fighting in this coast in a sea power previously, but Hanko was a place of the. If you have seen the Invasion series, which was quite new TV series that was recorded last midsummer. That was modern. Okay, so we are going to avoid the Porkkala minefield. Here. There weren't many U-boats in Baltics at any point. I mean, at the start of the Continuation War and 1942, they were like only training submarines in a keel. Atlantic was the mainstay always. This Porkkala, this area here. That was also evacuated, but yeah, it's a Baltics. It's always like a shallow. But yeah, Russians decided to retreat from this place as well. Were rented after the Winter War. Yeah, and Hankoniemi as well. Hankoniemi was like a... Okay, now we are starting to be like in an area where there could be like a potential like a air threat.
Navigation setzen.
And in this game, the Baltic is apparently like a pretty bland because there's like thousands of smaller islands in this coast, so it's pretty damning to try to like simulate it. Huge amount of everything.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet. Torpedorohr 1 gewartet. Torpedorohr 5 gewartet.
So in this area we should be able to like encounter Russian assets. Sursaari, pretty much like a contested island. They had land naval base. That's actually where the Finnish mortar torpedo boats sunk this one cruiser to the harbor. That's one of the missions I actually made for the sea power.
Auf Rotlicht wechseln.
In case there's no enemy contacts, I'm just like going to spawn them. Spawn them with the console commands, like.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Honestly, I've been thinking about modding the U-boat, but it seems to be a lot of chore to actually make like a new stuff. But yeah, Baltic as a theater would be like a. It shouldn't be like too much of work. Oh, what's that?
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Yeah, some scripting bugs.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Bestätige.
Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 0 Grad.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation!
Dafür haben wir trainiert. Wir werden das gemeinsam durchstehen.
Dieselkompressor einschalten.
So our mission is to. We are going to do like U-250 did, and they attacked the coastal defense craft after they got like a ton of dirt dropped on them.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Herr Kapitän?
Funkraum besetzen. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Normale Beleuchtung einschalten.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
The U-boat had like their carrier tonnage was 50 tons by rockcraft. But if we survive this, we are going to try to hunt the Russian ships, because there's one ship in this game. And it's a Kirov class. No, one Kirov class known to exist was in the St. Petersburg, and it was providing fire support in Tali-Ihantala. So this is still like in the realm of possibilities. we could actually meet the Kirov in Gulf of Finland. It wasn't doing much during the war, but it's still a possibility.
Kurs setzen. Kleine Fahrt voraus. Kurs setzen.
Probably.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
Also I spawned the coastal defense patrol, so could have been like a corvette with them, but wasn't. Closure rate is very poor. Then again, I had this like torpedo boat in a sea power, which had exactly the speed of the Russian torpedo, but problem is that it needs to turn sometimes to avoid being like driving to the beach. So.
30 Sekunden. Sekunden.
Let's see if the fuel is going to run out.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Fehlschuss.
Okay, it's going to be like a very close call. This is going to be like a 30 knots. That's very poor. Okay, and now it ran out of the... Okay, there's a boat double now. Yep, we couldn't sink the... anything.
Kurs setzen. Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Rohr 4 geladen.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Schornsteinrauch. Peilung 0 Grad.
Okay, what's that?
Kreuzer. Direkt voraus.
Cruiser. Unknown warship. Okay, that spawned pretty close. What do we have? Yeah, they are not really active if we just spawn them. I suppose it's the getting out of here alive is going to be like the difficulty here.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Somehow it's sailing without the escorts, or escorts are other side. Okay, there's a lot of aircraft coming. Okay, they notice us.
Kurs setzen. Sekunden.
Yep, depth charges.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Herr Kapitän? Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Ja, Herr Kalon. Ich kümmere mich darum.
Wasserbomben! Sehr nah! Wasserbomben! Sehr nah!
Yeah, can't really dive. Okay, that's not good.
Schaden am Tor!
This is
Einbruch im Offizier!
more or less what happened.
Wasserbomben! Sehr nah!
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Wasserbomben! Sehr nah!
Okay, it's homing torpedo is coming to the same location basically.
Minimalschäden.
Okay, that's not good.
Wasserbomben! Sehr nah!
Rockets.
Tiefe unter Kiel, 18 Meter.
Höhenbruch im Offiziersraum repariert.
Wasserbomben! Sehr nah! Wasserbomben! Sehr nah!
Ouch. Ouch. This is going to hurt.
Schadensbericht.
Höhenbruch im Bugtorpedoraum. Herr Kalon?
Herr Kanoy? Wasserbomben! Sehr nah!
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kanoy?
Netzpumpe einschalten.
That's
Schadensbericht.
too close. That guy could drown if we don't do anything.
Herr Kalon? Beschädigt.
Kurs, diese Koordinaten setzen.
Oh no.
Bericht.
T-base repaired. Damage.
Höhenbruch im Bugtorpedoraum repariert.
Aktuelle Tiefe 15 Meter.
What are you doing?
Herr Kapitän?
My guys are glitching.
Repariert. 20 Meter.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
0 knots. Not going great.
25 Meter.
Doesn't look good. That was pretty spot on. Broken ribs and broken leg. Well, if we survive this.
Aktuelle Tiefe 20 Meter.
Yep.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
110 Grad.
Ja. Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
I was thinking if I should like go to the bottom. We can still do.
Tauchen auf. 35 Meter.
I don't think the Kirov is doing much better. Okay, it took like 2 hits. Some listing. Okay, so we got like several wounded. No deaths this time.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Gegentoren setzen. Schadensberecht. Nutzen beschädigt. Abwärtsstreifen, Peilung 350 Grad. Ja.
I wouldn't say that this is a bad situation.
Normale Beleuchtung einschalten. Bugrohre wieder einsatzbereit.
We could load the torpedoes and turn the ship, and yeah, we can shoot it right now, but it's not going anywhere. Just waiting a torpedo. And the problem is that escorts are nearby. Oh, that's a cool plane, by the way. Two cubic meters of water in the compartment. So we are basically dry. Just got like a lot of wounded. I wonder how many torpedoes we would need. Like a couple more, maybe. They are giving a back cleaning to the torpedo.
1 geladen. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Okay, so we are going to load all the tubes. Apparently the planes drop everything they had on us.
Rohr 2 geladen. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Basically, at the Gulf of Finland, this only tactic is to go down on the bottom and wait it out. Which might not always work in this game, because enemies are pretty good at the shallows.
Rohr 4 geladen. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Actually spawned another destroyer squadron nearby, so getting out of here could be like a slightly problematic. But apparently enemies do not have like a very good command network that they would know that they would actually always tell that, hey, by the way, the submarine is over there. Let's get up.
Kurs setzen. Aktuelle Tiefe 25 Meter.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern. Herr Keller, wir sind auf Zero und für Rundblick eingestellt.
Periscope up.
Schornsteinrauch. Peilung 240 Grad. Kreuzer 240 Grad.
Okay, hello. Okay, definitely taking some water.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 218 Meter. Winkel 91 links. Rohr 1 bewässern. Rohr 2 bewässern. Rohr 3 bewässern. Rohr 4 bewässern. Rohr 1 bewässert. Rohr 2 bewässert. Rohr 3 bewässert. Rohr 4 bewässert. Schneller, schneller. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Los!
I'll be damned if this doesn't work. I mean, they are maintained, so there's that. And I'm okay, of course I'm missing the spread here.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
Why? Why? Okay.
Fehlschuss. Fehlschuss.
Keep torpedoes missing. Okay. That's
Wie laut?
slightly embarrassing. Now which? Okay, it's already turning. So let's see what the settings are. That's actually okay setting. Unless it was just turning away, but that works. Yeah, multi works. Minimal damage.
Aussetzen.
My captain is like, sorry about this.
Aktualisieren. Entfernt zum Ziel. 1, 1, 0, 0 Meter. Kleine Fahrt voraus. Alle Maschinen stopp.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Rohr 1 bewässern.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Los!
Okay, so you need to like shoot the different sections of this.
Zerstörer! 350
Oh no.
Grad.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Can you give us more weapons?
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloi? Die Motoren besetzen.
And if Fat is coming back, but I didn't know. Don't know if I had like a correct settings for that to work. At least okay, from last spread we got like a 2 hits out of 4.
30 Sekunden.
Just because the LUT kind of saved the one. Well, it doesn't look healthy, so there's at least that.
20 Sekunden.
Okay, that was forward magazine. Maybe we should shoot the aft magazine as well. Okay, they are already like leaving the ship. Which is probably kind of... Okay, I think it's a pretty good idea. Ah, that's Paravan. Who else is here? Not too much AA guns. Yep, I'm not going to recover from this. Meanwhile, I think we are going to... Who's pinging?
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Don't think the MTB has like a stick or anything. They have a like a depth charges though. I haven't seen them use those. Then again, Royal Navy did give like lots of ships to the not lots of, but even a battleship they gave to the Russians. So there's at least some merit of why we could see some Royal Navy ships, but probably not here. They wouldn't get here. Just because the Russian Navy is kind of blocked. The problem is that if we launch the homing torpedo, it might home to the boat here. Which of them are louder? But the Hedgehog is kind of wouldn't be like a only 8 knots.
Geschwindigkeit 8 Knoten. Aktualisieren. Lage 9-0. Hut links. Rohr 5. Bewässern.
Rohr 5 bewässert.
It's maneuvering, so that's why I don't dare to.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Try to use the non-homing torpedo.
Los.
Okay, it's homing. Interception course.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Okay, now it's here this motor torpedo boat, but it's homing towards the right target. So let's see what happens. I dare to like put first. First gear in. We are doing like a very small and hopefully not noisy speed.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
Midships. Royal app. That's actually much better than what I was hoping for. They have sounded their alarms, no shit. Okay, that was surprisingly good hit. They are going under immediately. Not tanking shots like previous. Yep.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Ja.
And that's the reason why we used the
Kurs setzen.
defensive weapon.
Funkspruch erhalten.
Herr Kaloi, wir wurden von Estig geortet.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Okay, I don't think it's going to shoot with the heads okay anymore. Apparently the torpedo ripped the aft of the ship totally open.
Telegram gesendet.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Crew members were taken to a hospital.